We should be up on YouTube. And Facebook, we should be coming online. And let's get started with Instagram.
You are up on YouTube.
Coming, we're coming. Give me just a minute, everybody.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Okay. We're almost there on Instagram, and then we can get started, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Just waiting for Instagram. I have so many amazing things to show you today. I'm so excited. Okay, I think we're up everywhere. All right, let's get started. I'm so excited. So welcome back, everyone. I am Christina Mason. Welcome back to Mason K. Jade's live show. So excited. I don't know if we've ever done a show like this. Today, we're going to do ensembles, sets, matchy-matchy, whatever you want to call them. We're going to talk about all kinds of pieces that go beautifully together in style and in jade color. Super excited. It's a great way for you to see these pieces next to each other and for you to think about whether they're pieces you would like, whether you'd like to get one for the holidays and a birthday. It's just a great way for you to see them next to each other. Let's get started. I'm so excited. Okay. So I thought we often start with green. So I thought today we would start with lavender. So I pulled these three. We'll bring the bracelet in a minute. I first pulled these two gorgeous pieces. Oh, these both have, as you can see, they're very, very close in color. Let's talk about matching jade for a moment because it's a tricky, tricky thing. So people call all the time and say, hey, my client lost an earring, or I lost an earring, or I'm missing beads. So matching jade that you already have is really, really tricky. And that's why it's a beautiful thing for me to be able to show you pieces today that you can see side by side. Just matching natural jadeite jade, that's a natural stone, you know, produced by Mother Nature. I mean, it's an incredible stone, but every piece is so unique. That's why, and this is a trivia question, it's why natural jadeite jade is one of the only gemstones in the world not to be priced per carat, because every piece is so unusual. I should also say, as I always do, everything that I'm showing you today, every single piece I'm going to show you today is on a magical page all to itself. You can get there if you click the link in the bio here in Instagram, or you can also get there by just going straight to the website, mkjadejewelry.com. Type the word live and click this week's Instagram live, and it will take you to today's page where all the pieces will be shown. So you don't have to stress. Here at Mason K, this is a no stress jade show. I hope that if you are having a stressful day, take a few minutes out with me. We're going to talk jade, look at the beautiful colors and the beautiful jade. And of course, our pieces are all natural. So again, there's no stress. You don't have to worry, is my purchase certified? Am I getting the good stuff? It is only the good stuff here. Everything is certified natural, type A jadeite jade, or natural nephrite jade. Nephrite doesn't tend to be treated, but of course we check to make sure it is nephrite, of course. Most of the pieces I'm going to show you today are type A natural, untreated jadeite jade, but there are a few. I have some beautiful green nephrite beads to show you, and some beautiful black nephrite jade drops. So let's get started. So I love to be able to show you the pieces that are matching because it is not so easy to match them on your own. Let's get back to our lavender set here. I don't want to forget the bracelet because I just think that's a really great pop that you might not think of. So these just go unbelievably well together. Perfect. Very hard to get perfect unless they're cut from the same rough. These are super close in color. both a lovely creamy lavender. I talked about these lavender drops recently. They're really just a lovely drop. These are one of those earrings that will go easily from day to night. They certainly are perfect with jeans or a cocktail dress. They're absolutely lovely. They're on the smaller side. They have a nice thickness though. They're little like chubby little drops which I just love, because then they have a really nice weight, and you can see the beautiful polish that they take on, so you know that they're going to have some nice translucency, and they do. They have a lovely glow. I am going to go rather quickly today. As I told you, all these pieces are all on their own page together. Holly and her magic wand gets that all ready every week for us. So I'm not going to tell you every UPC. I will try to check the chat here and there to make sure that if you had a request, we can fulfill that. But just let me know if there's anything. I believe these are both 14 karat yellow gold. Let's see, 14, 14. So they go really nicely together. Lovely. Let's light up this heart. And it's got a nice thickness. Look at that. Let's see how thick it is, considering the translucency. Let's see, at its thickest, probably about 8.7 or so. All the details and dimensions are, of course, on the listing on the website, so don't stress there either. Beautiful translucency. Look how clean it is. That is a good part of the reason that I'm showing you. One, I like you to see the translucency so you have an idea of that it will have a beautiful glow in the lights and in sunshine, but also to show you how clean it is. There are no fractures. There are no issues here. Lovely. These are lovely two pieces that go perfectly together. And then I just had to throw this in because the lavender in this bracelet, especially this one center bead. We do have this bracelet in just all multicolor without this fun little lotus bead in the center. So there's that version. But I pulled the lavender lotus bead version just because the lavender goes so beautifully. Look at that. Look at what a lovely combination that is. They just go so beautifully together. And since everything doesn't always match up perfectly, I wanted to give you that option to show that to you. Isn't that great? This is a terrific choice. Now, let's move on. I don't even want to. I love holding them. I love these three so much. But I have so much to show you, we have to move on. Okay, we're moving on with more lavender. We have this beautiful pair, not matchy-matchy. Not everyone loves matchy-matchy. We have some on the site. Not too many, but these are close but not quite matching, but certainly would be lovely together. These are clearly cut from the same stone. This was a grouping, I believe, of cabochons, round cabochons that we purchased together. So we know that there's a better chance that they match rather nicely. Beautiful round cabochon. Cabochon means that it's just rounded and it's not facet cut. And that is the way Jadeite Jade and Nephrite Jade really look the best, but especially Jadeite Jade. The cabochon really picks up the light and accentuates the jade so beautifully. It's a much more preferable cut to faceted cut that just doesn't do all that much for natural jade, but the cabochon cut gives natural Jadeite Jade a beautiful glow. So we have this pair, so the beautiful ring in the mill-grain bezel and a beautiful bezel. You know I appreciate a lovely bezel. Love the mill grain. It's a little fancier, almost not necessary on the ear. The 4-prong is just fine to pick up that beautiful lavender. So they're kind of a set together. Absolutely lovely. Here are their 14 karat yellow gold. The ring is a size 7. Here are the UPCs if you wanted to screenshot. Keep in mind also our 20% discount. Let's talk about that for a minute. I know I tell you all the time, but let's talk about it again. Again, there's no stress. So we do offer a 20% discount off your first purchase. You don't have to use it off your first purchase. It's simply a discount code and it's shown right at the top of our homepage. So no stress. You can use it for your first order or for your next order. No stress there. Every order will include our certificate of authenticity. The gram weight on the tag on your piece will match the gram weight on your certificate, and you know you have an original certificate to pass along as an heirloom piece because it's embossed. We have our dragon logo here. Can you see that? Raised. We do that for every original copy or every original that we send out, every certificate. So you know you have your original, and it's a lovely thing to pass along if it's a gift or if you are, you'll be giving the piece along as an heirloom. So keep that all in mind. Also, orders over $200 include standard shipping, and you also get our lovely Mason K gift pouch and box. And we are not doing jelly beans anymore. Oh no, I dropped it. Hold on, everybody. But you will get our fun colors of jelly bean, gem cloth, and eyeglass cleaner. So no stress, my friends. Also, you may want to, if you don't already follow Jordan and Jewels of the Trade on Instagram and on YouTube, I highly encourage you to do so. Jordan is amazing. Her information is incredible. I always learn something. She's like a scientist, I swear. Very sciencey, very smart. I believe she's doing a show tonight, but she often gives out an extra 10% Jot Jewels of the Trade discount. So you might want to follow her and get that discount. Okay, back to Lavender, everybody. So this lovely pair. Whoopsie. There we go. They're lovely. Let's light them up real quick, and then we'll move on just to show you that they have really nice translucency. Wait a minute. I'm not holding that right. Let's do this one first. This is like a glow. My gosh, that like hit me. My goodness. I mean, they look somewhat opaque. I mean, they take on a really beautiful polish, so you know that it's, you know, high quality. But oh my gosh, look at that beautiful glow. And let's take a look at the earrings. It's just the gold getting in the way. There you go. Look at that. Oh, I don't want to blind you all. There you go. You can see how translucent they are. Oh, look at that beautiful lavender glow. Okay, so there's that. So I thought this was really a lovely combination. The lavender and the styles I thought went really nicely together. I think this is just a really nice set that isn't matchy-matchy. I think so these aren't, it's not the bubble carving that we're used to, but it's the swirly carving, and I feel like these swirls, very much like cabochon, are just similar in style and pick up the light in a similar way to this beautiful flower pendant. Let me just do this one sec. Sorry, everybody. There we go. Okay. I just want to make sure you're seeing me properly. Okay. Hopefully you are seeing me. So look at this. It's a really icy lavender. Just, you can see, we've talked a lot about translucency as opposed to glow. Much of natural jadeite jade has translucency. Not everything has a glow. These just glow. They're clearly lavender. They're light lavender. I just love the style. It's a great length. Has it switched over, Holly? Just want to make sure you guys are seeing the right things. Anyway, let me know. Somebody will let me know if we don't switch over, and that make sure you're seeing this beautiful lavender set and not the side of my head. Let's light these up.
Everything's good.
Isn't that beautiful? Look at these. These flowers are really unusual. These, I was able to purchase a whole grouping of these beautiful carved flowers. These were the only lavender ones in the grouping, and they just worked out so beautifully in this lovely sort of ombre. You know I love ombre, which is just light to dark, right, in fashion. Aren't they lovely? So they just have high translucency and a similar look. I just love the pearl, very delicate, very feminine with the flowers. It's just a lovely set. You could certainly throw in this beautiful ring. We showed that recently as one of our everyday rings. Isn't that great? So all of these go very nicely together. They're all on the site. This single stone ring goes with many of the pieces that I'm going to show you today. That's just lovely. Again, not necessarily matchy-matchy, but super close. I think those are quite lovely. Let me show you, did I show you the tags? In case you wanted to see the tags. Again, they're all, let's see. The necklace is 397,156 and the earrings are 378,599. Just lovely and go so beautifully together. Okay, let's look at, you might want to sit down. Are you ready? Look at these. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, again, not matchy-matchy, but the lavender is just spectacular together. I just had to show you these pieces. This beautiful Kuan Yin pendant, Goddess of Mercy. Isn't she spectacular? Absolutely spectacular. It looks like she's holding a flower, maybe a ruyi. Let's see, I think 18 karat white gold with diamonds. Beautiful. Good size veil. This is just exceptional lavender. Incredible translucency considering the beautiful saturation. Really nice lavender color. I don't want to wash it out and get too close to you guys. There we go. Beautiful. And then I think it pairs beautifully because it's so icy, and I love the ice cabochons in this ring. This is a very special stone. As you can see, that is extremely saturated lavender, but very creamy, very even, which is unusual for lavender when there's really good color. Sometimes you get kind of sugary material. Oh my gosh, is that spectacular. Look at those ice cabochons glow. Oh my goodness. So I just had to have fun and show you these two today. Okay. The Kuan Yin is style 396685. And this spectacular designer ring. It is a Christina piece, 341203. Okay, moving on. Got to go through these pretty quick today. So look at this amazing piece. This is 18 karat white gold with this beautiful lavender ball. And look at this incredible green disc. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I love the half moon with the diamonds. Isn't that just special? It's just a very special piece. Look at the diamonds on the top there. Just a special, special piece. And then we happen to have this ring on closeout. So they are certainly close enough in lavender color to go together. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And the ring is 14 and the pendant is 18, full disclosure. The ring is, I'm sure, a size 7. The ring is style 340015, originally $1,180, on sale for $849. That's insane. With gold at what, $4,200, $4,300? And by the way, my friends, that $849 price, and by the way, these are US dollars, you can still take 20% off that. Yes, you can take our 20% discount code off our sale items. So this is just a set that you wouldn't necessarily have put together, but they certainly go together. You could certainly get one for one occasion and one for another. Grab them now, take your 20% off both. That is amazing. Let's see, it's a really thick piece because it's a ball. We're gonna get any translucency? You bet. There definitely is a glow. Oh my goodness. The ring has some too. Isn't that cool? That's a really fun ring. I love the way it's sitting in that seat. I just love it. I think that's a really fun, really unusual, so very one of a kind in style and in the lavender balls. They're super cool. Okay, moving on. Okay, so here I thought we would do a little lavender and green. So there are these two earrings, similar. This is more plum. This is definitely more pink. Let's see, this ring definitely goes with the plum, right? But there's lavender and green. This is a very unusual ring. I'm always happy to show it off. That center stone is incredible. I just told you how Jadeite jade is rarely cut, faceted, but yet here it is, right? It's faceted. Isn't that incredible? Can you see the facets? I'll go a little slower. So unusual. So then we set it in this 14 karat yellow gold ring with very unusual facet cut side stones. These are very unusual stones. I don't have many of them. I didn't fib. It is unusual to find natural Jadeite jade cut with facets. Look at that translucent. Look at the green glow. Look at that. Those little bits, those little faceted bits. Look at that green. Oh my goodness, the green we dream of. So this is a really unusual ring. Very unusual stones. Very cool. Great for a collector. So if you have someone that loves jade and is a collector of jade, look at this amazing piece. Beautifully made. It's not heavy, but it's a good weight. 14 karat gold. I probably wouldn't make it today. Style 341029. 2,310. Amazing. And goes beautifully with these earrings, especially those. But really either. It's on your hand and those are in your ear. So Just wanted to show you the lavender and green. Okay, the last lavender I'm going to show is the least expensive because not everybody is going to drop a mortgage payment on lavender jadeite jade, and we very, very much understand that. It is very, very important to me personally to have items for you in every price range so that everyone can have a piece of jade, because I love it so much and I want to make sure that you can love it too. So here are these are newer styles. The bracelet's really new. Beautiful lavender with really cool beads, small translucent lotus beads, and then these carved like corrugated beads. They feel so good. You would play with it all day. They definitely have some translucency. Oh, I turned off my flashlight. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Hold on, everybody. Okay, isn't that cool? And of course, adjustable. This is probably small to medium size, hand and wrist. Of course, it will say on the website what size it fits well. This is style 399174 for $190 before any discounts. Is that amazing? And then this pendant, I just think that matches so beautifully. Isn't that lovely? It's got the little coin symbol, representative of prosperity and wealth. It's just a really sweet piece. And 14 karat yellow gold, it's a good size as well. It's not some tiny little pendant. Definitely has some translucency for $300. So what a lovely set. 045750. Okay, my friends, that's it for lavender. Let's move on. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, let's do, what should we do next? What should we do next? We've got some gray. I'm just skipping around now. Let's do some gray. These are lovely gray beads. This is really classic and classy, a great gift, great for layering, great for wearing every day. They are gray, not black. So it's perfect to wear with black and layer with, wear black clothes. I wear black every day, so I love gray because I love the contrast. It's not quite black. These are not highly translucent, but they're just lovely. They're a great length. These aren't adjustable. We can make them adjustable for you, but it's a 24-inch, 14 karat white gold clasp. Just lovely. So if you were looking at getting some gray beads and wondered what went well with it, I did want to show you this gray bracelet with the red, which is just spectacular. I would say that any gray, the black certainly goes, so we'll show you some of that. You could certainly look at some of the gray earrings. I showed a ton of gray earrings. Let's see, last Thursday, I believe it was, for our everyday earrings show, and you can see many of the gray earrings that we have that would really go nicely with these beads. But there's also this bracelet, which is just gorgeous with these very special red beads. Red is very hard to find. Red is typically along the rind of the rock, so it's along the edge, and they don't tend to find very large deposits. So finding larger beads, it tends to be somewhat unusual. And these are just like fire. Oh my goodness, look at that center bead. It's like fire. It's orange and yellow and red all in one bead. Lovely. Look how nicely those go together. Now I have two pairs of earrings. They do have black nephrite in them, but I think that goes just fine with these gray beads because they are rather dark. Gray can be a flannel or more charcoal. These are more charcoal, so I don't think you would notice in the ear with the black if you were wearing these earrings, but look how beautiful these earrings would go. So these are more, I don't know. I just sort of oh, sorry everybody. It's Jade, we're okay. They're really cool style, little older style since they're carved. I don't know. I think they're incredible. They're really great for a jade collector, somebody who really will appreciate these incredible carved jade discs. But if you're looking, you want to get a pair of, let's say, the gray beads for your new professional that just graduated. She or he isn't really into wearing pearls, but they want to wear something. The gray beads are an amazing choice, and these are a great, here, let's move these out of the way. These are a great choice for earrings for somebody young, maybe starting out. These are certainly earrings that could be worn often. The black could be worn with many things, and they would go beautifully with that bracelet and with the gray beads. So you have a whole bunch of choices depending on who you're looking for. more traditional, classic, a little more hip. We've got all kinds of options. So those are some really fun choices. I think these are amazing. I don't expect them to be here through the holidays. Just incredible. Look at those red beads. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Let me light these earrings up for you as well, because they are really special. Don't see carved discs like this often in the two matching pairs. Really unusual. Okay. We are moving on. Let's move on to a little, no, I changed my mind. Let's do some black and multicolor. This is really fun because I have fun choices for you, and you know I love that. So let's start with the bracelet. Maybe you're looking for something really colorful. So this is multicolor with black nephrite let's see, is this 14? In an 18 karat white gold bracelet. So we have a link bracelet with this incredible rainbow coloring, and then also a bead bracelet with alternating black nephrite as well, adjustable. So I love that I have these two choices for you, depending on the price range that you're looking for, but these are two really good options with black and multicolor. So then we can add in all kinds of different things. We can add in a carved black nephrite jade rose ring or flower ring. It is the last one, 14 karat yellow gold. Isn't that cool? With a diamond center. That goes beautifully with either one. And then we have, let's see, I've got a couple of pairs of earrings for you. Look at this pair. Look at this. It really could be worn either way. Look at this. This is one of my favorite black nephrite jade earrings that we have. Oh, I'm dropping all the jade. And hold on, I got my fingerprints on everything. Hold on, it's just a hot mess Tuesday today. I love these so much. The shape of these drops is exquisite. Modern, definitive, very interesting, very different. Just the just the way they're cut, the beveled edge. Look at the beveled edge. Can you see that? I love these. With the chain, look at this spectacular green piece. I wish I had more of it. Look how fine and saturated the material is. That is very fine, beautiful material. And then these pave tops. And by the way, you could wear them either way. You could put them in this way and you could have smooth. I'm just saying. So these are spectacular earrings. Hold on, I have little hands. Me and my little chubby hands. Okay. How gorgeous is that? If we do this with the white gold, oh my goodness. Isn't that spectacular? Beautiful. Very special. Okay. So there are those. Here's the other one. Here's the other one. And then we have this pair. So let's move this one up. These are spectacular. Let me give you a price on these because these are very special, beyond one of a kind. I've never seen them cut I've never seen this again. So I bought these, I designed these, and I have never, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like them. They're just cool. And that's a stellar price. These are style 318168 for $4,610. That's before a 20% discount. That is incredible with the gold and the jade, and it's amazing. So there are those earrings, and then there are these earrings. I'll put these away. I don't want to lose the jade. Holly will get mad at me if I lose the jade. Look at these with the hearts. Now, here is one little difference. I don't want you to get confused, but just full disclosure so you know and you understand. These stones, the black stones in this bracelet, are nephrite jade. These drops are jadeite jade, black jadeite, very rare, beautiful, tends to be very expensive. And of course, you know by now, if you've watched enough, that are they really black? No, they're Mother Nature's magic trick. They are both actually dark, dark, dark green. The nephrite will glow more olivey green. This is not strong enough a flashlight, but it will glow an olivey green. Let's see if we can get these. And the jadeite will glow more of a brighter imperial green. Look at that. You can see. Can you see? Look, I don't want to blind you. I just blinded myself. Look, it's green. Look at the green. It's not olive. That is a vibrant imperial green. Gorgeous. Those are jadeite. Amazing. 18 karat white gold. The little bits are amazing. These accents are incredible. Look at that. Look at that fine, like lemon yellow jadeite jade. Look at the tops. Just exquisite. So there are all kinds of options, right? With the ring, and then with the other amazing earrings. So there are all kinds of choices. Now, going back to our happy little bracelet, I have another version. So we've got two versions. This is alternating with black nephrite. So all the other colors are natural jadeite jade. The black is nephrite jade. And of course, it's adjustable. And this one is style 398986 for $470. Great price. So then there's this one, similar but different. The one with the nephrite, the top one is slightly smaller. Well, here, I'll just show you. So it's probably about 6.8 or so, 6.9, 6.8. There's probably one that's 7. This bracelet, these are about 7.5 millimeters, 7, 7.8. And 0.7, so closer to 8 millimeter. But this one on the bottom is all jadeite. These are gray. That's dark gray. So these are all jadeite. So similar but different. And then, are you ready? Look at the matching earrings. I love these earrings. Whoops. Dropping everything. Hot Mess Tuesday. Hold on. I showed these last week too, but I love them so much because I just love the pear shapes and I don't have any more. I love that they're flat. You know, they're kind of on the flatter side. You just get a really nice statement piece from both of these earrings. So I just love to show them. And look at the colors. These are just so yummy. It's not that easy. All the designers are out there saying, hey, well, I want those beads. I know, it's not that easy to find these yummy beads, and I have used up so many on these beautiful designs. So I just think these earrings go so beautifully with either pair. Certainly, I mean, with either bracelet. Certainly with the black. These are both nephrite. These drops, sorry if I wasn't clear. Let's put that bracelet down. These are, the black that you are seeing is all nephrite jade. These earrings, hey, they're on sale. $365,957, originally $780, which is a great price. On sale for $663 before any discounts. Gift wrapped and shipped with a certificate. That's crazy. Get these and then get this bracelet at the same time. Get your 20% off, and now you've got two gifts. You've got somebody who wears black a lot but still loves colors. Oh my gosh, these are perfect. They just go so beautifully together. Makes me so excited to be able to show them to you. Now, if you want all jadeite, go ahead. You can do the nephrite earring, the drops. These little bits are jadeite. The black is nephrite. It doesn't matter. I mix nephrite and jadeite all the time. So what? As long as it's natural jade. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I showed you that, I showed you that, I showed you that. Okay, let's do, okay, before we do ice, well, we're gonna do a little ice and white at the moment. Look at this white. You ready? We went from black and dark and gray to pure snow white. That's white jadeite jade. Isn't that, I mean, so pure white. Incredible, so clean. Definitely has some glow to them. And then what are those blue beads? Those are not jade, my friends. They are turquoise. Good guess. They are turquoise. I just think that's an incredible combination. It's just a great pop of color. I think it just makes the white so white. And I mean, who doesn't love turquoise? These are so beautiful. So I loved it so much. And oh, it is adjustable, super adjustable, so you can wear it with every dress and every shirt at all different lengths. Layer it with everything, or just on its own. You love it so much, you want to be able to wear it with every outfit. Well, you can have the matching bracelet. So that's literally matchy-matchy, for sure. They are the beads from the same set, and I bought the turquoise from the same vendor. So this is literally matchy-matchy. The turquoise beads in the necklace are slightly bigger than the ones in the bracelet. That's all. So the necklace is style. At its shortest, it's 20 inches, and then you see it's got at least probably 6 to 8 inches of adjustable length. And that is $398,993 for $960. 20 inches of certified white jadeite jade beads. That's a great price. And then the beautiful little bracelet. Let's see. I'd say this is probably small to medium. If you needed a larger one, you can always please contact me. If I have the beads, we can certainly send them to the stringer and have one strung for you. This is style, I don't know if I can read that. I'm going to go with 399266 for 550. Now, what if you wanted something else to wear with it? You know me, I have to have a little fun, my friends. But bam! Look at that. Oh my God, aren't those incredible? Yes, they're icy. They're ice, which ice is just translucent white, really. Ice and white are the purest colors of natural jadeite jade because there was nothing there to give it any color. No chromium, manganese, no iron, nothing in the ground to give the jade its color. It's just pure jadeite jade. Are these amazing? Look at that with the turquoise. I think that is just absolutely spectacular. So that's quite a set. If you really wanted to get a full set, necklace, bracelet, earrings, there's your set for you. Let's look at these. Let's look at these earrings for a moment. I love the tops. I just love these icy beads. Look at these beads. It's like you carved, and these drops too, they look like you carved them out of a block of ice. Like my hand is going to be wet from them. And of course, translucent jadeite jade like this is actually described as being wet by the Chinese. It has a wet look as opposed to something like this. I've shown the double fish before. That would be described more as dry, and this is very wet and translucent. These are just delicious, and they're just really cool shaped earrings. They're certainly light because they're, filigree open carved earrings. The jade is super light. Look at those tops. Amazing. These are style 388802, 2,480. Yummy. Okay, let's do some more ice. We can't get enough ice. So this necklace, this is one of our biggest sellers, our circle necklace. And in fact, I think we just got some Guatemalan blue-green in. I think they just got here. Shh, don't tell anybody, but I think they just got here. I think the pendants and necklaces are here. So keep that in mind. This might be one of our last ice jade ones. So this one's so pure. Look at that. It's just classic. Circles are, it doesn't get more classic than that. It doesn't get, they're just perfect. And of course, symbolic of eternity, and you could go on and on. Nothing feels better than a circle or a disc. That just feels amazing. They're beautifully made. They move beautifully. And then, of course, we give you some adjustability in the chain. We really try to do that every chance we get. So, and then there's this beautiful ring. Now, this is an example. Sorry, I like it that way. This is an example of what I was talking about in terms of the bubble carving and how really this style of carving shows off natural jadeite jade so well, because each little bump, right, is like a little cabochon, and you see how beautifully the light reflects, how it picks up the light, and there is movement. That's why I really love the bubble carvings. This one, of course, is bubble with a flower here. Isn't that lovely? 4-prong, beautifully made, 18 karat yellow gold, size 7, 396142 for this beauty. I think the smooth one, we had a smooth one, I think it's sold. Not sure if there's another. And then I thought these were really well-fitting for this little grouping. If you'd like, I really like these together. Yes, I know one's a circle and one's oval, but they're open in the center. One's hanging from your ears. I kind of like that. I don't necessarily need things to be matchy-matchy. If you do, I totally understand. I certainly own matchy-matchy myself, but I think this is a really fun combination. These are amazing. I did show these last week because they're so great for everyday. Highly translucent. Look at these bits at the top. Green jade and then pink and blue sapphire. It's just a really fun ice jade set. Okay, now let's do a little bit more ice. Are you ready? Let's do, look at these beads. Look at these yummy beads. So icy ice. So icy. Oh, that's what you were waiting for, I know. Just pure icy goodness. Aren't they lovely? You can see the thread. You know they're translucent when you can see the thread. So this strand does have an 18 karat Mason K signature clasp. You see the MK there, lovely. If you did need this to be adjustable, we certainly could do that for you. The beads they go from as small as 3.5 millimeters up to 6 millimeters. So down here there's 6, probably right in here, at 33 inches. 33 inches of gorgeous pure ice jadeite jade beads. So let's say you were looking for some beads, your wife loves beads, you don't know what goes with it, maybe she already has a strand similar to this, what would go nicely? So the first thing I pulled was this brand new bracelet. I know that they're rondelle beads and not rounds, but I don't care. I still think they go beautifully together. The ice jade goes lovely. I think that would look really gorgeous on the wrist. Feels amazing, beautifully strong. Adjustable, of course. I would say it's probably a medium size hand and wrist. And the bracelet is, whoopsie, $320. Look at that, $320, $399, $327. It is a new bracelet that we added. Lovely, so pure. There's just such purity to ice jadeite jade. So then I thought we'd show a few fun little bits that go lovely. Here is one of our bubble rings, ice jade bubble ring, which of course goes lovely. And then this is one of my favorite earrings. I did show them last week because these, to me personally, these just look like ice. Don't they? Look at them. If I told you that those were carved ice cubes, I think you might believe me. And I feel like it's going to be wet, like it should be wet behind my fingers. It's just gorgeous. And do you know what they are? They're the Lingzi mushroom. I love the Lingzi mushroom. Can you see down here the mushroom? It's all curly, curls up. It's kind of heart-shaped, sort of. It's the mushroom of immortality, my favorite. So that would be absolutely lovely because these are also 18 karat. So the 18 karat goes beautifully with the 18 karat clasp, just so you can see. And then there's this beautiful style as well. This is one of my personal favorite styles. Let's put the ice cubes down. That's one of my favorites. I love the lever back, and I love that there's more stationary on the ear with the diamond tops. I love everything about them. Look at these spectacular bezels. Now, what's very unusual about these, have you seen it yet? These are not just ice jade cabochons. These have a little bit drip of watery green goodness in them, just a little bit. Can you see? There's a little spot here and a little spot here, just a touch of green. Just very unusual. Oh my goodness. Aren't those beautiful? They just look absolutely incredible on the ear, that glow. They glow. I don't need to light them up. So that's just some of the fun ice jade. These are just spectacular. I just love the way they look. With the beads, I think that's just an excellent look. Lovely. Yummy. Okay. I know, I'm drooling. All this jade, my gosh, all day, my friends, I drool all day. Okay, before we get to green, I know you're waiting for green. Not necessarily, maybe you're waiting for cinnamon, whiskey jade. Is that what you're waiting for? Look at this incredible color. I'm so excited to show you some of our red pieces. I love this necklace. Very, not so easy to be able to find all these graduated beads. That was really fun for me to see if I could accomplish that, and we were able to. They're really spectacular beads. 14 karat yellow gold. The chain is 18 and 20 inch, I believe. There's a loop. See the loop? We always offer a loop if we can. I like to give you adjustability. Highly translucent, cinnamon, very cinnamony, very whiskey red jadeite jade. These are really lovely. I love that they move. They're just on gold wire, and so they move. So that's very worry stone jewelry, which you know I absolutely love. Now, let's do the rings first. Look at this spectacular disc. I love a disc ring. Beautiful mill-grain bezel, lovely little gold bead center. You really just can't go wrong. Somebody who loves this color, that sort of rust, red, orange. It's just incredibly rich, warm color. And then look at the flower. I will light them up for you in a minute, but they're just two really awesome options for a really rich red, kind of an orangey red, which I love. Aren't they lovely? These rings are just both really, really lovely jade. Look at that. The color is incredible. Looks so even and consistent. Sorry, did I blind you? Blinded by the light. Okay, look at that. Beautifully carved. I love that it's oval and not round. I love the bezel set diamond in the center. Look how beautifully that diamond is bezel set. 4-prong, that is a solid ring. It is a solid piece of jade that was not hollowed out. I would never set it like this for you, just so you know. I would never, ever put a hollow anything in a ring like that for you. Be very careful, my friends out there. This is style 391932, and the disc ring is 373778. And I should tell you, did I tell you the necklace yet? The necklace is style 380424, but you will easily find these on the page, on the live show page for today. Okay, so those were those rings that go beautifully. Now let's look at a few pairs of earrings. This is, I talked about them the other day. This is one of my favorite red pairs of earrings, and you're gonna know why. Why? Look at the carving. I love the the color is exceptional. The carving is my favorite bubble carving, and then they're in beautiful millgrain bezels. A little fanciness, 18 karat. Look at this, beautiful material. Highly translucent, very clean, very warm. These are such warm, rich colors. It's just yummy. Very yummy, very drooly, beautiful. So if this is the color, you know your friend's colors, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you know the colors that they love. Very warm colors. So beautiful studs, 18 karat, but if you're looking for a fun drop, these are gorgeous. Look at these, 14 karat yellow gold. Hold on, let's turn that. There is a back. Let me show you. They are flat on the back. I mean, if you see them from the back, they're certainly lovely. And then bubble, flower bubble carving, 14 karat yellow gold. Is that lovely? A little more pop of color, a little movement with the drops. These are new. Clearly you can tell that the jades were cut from the same piece. Isn't that cool? Let's light them up so you can see. Highly translucent. So the earrings, if I didn't tell you, 14 karat yellow gold, 396166. So that's that. And maybe instead of the gold necklace, you're looking for a strand of beads. I have shown this strand one time, I think. This is one of the most incredible strands of red jadeite that I've seen. Jadeite jade. Look how beautifully the earrings go with this exceptional strand. That is ridiculous. I love the earrings with it. Look at this. You ready? Prepare yourself. You might want to sit down. Is that delicious or what? Okay, I'm going to hang these back here for a minute. Wow. Oh, never mind. Let's just check out. Let me just see what's going on here. Okay. See, is there anything in the chat? Okay, I think we're okay. We're doing pretty well. Somebody asked about the doggies. The doggies are here. They're literally right at my feet, and they are doing very well, my friends. My sweet friends, Ollie and Lola. Lovely. Okay, I think we have finished with red. Let's move on to green. Here we go. I'm going to go real quick, my friends. Oh, you know what? We've been doing so much ice that I'm going to show you. This is the first grouping that I chose because I love the way these pieces go together. This is one of my favorite strands that we have. Hold on. Oh, it's Jeremy. It's our favorite mailman, so there will be no barking. Okay, I want to compare, really want to talk about these for a minute because it might be hard for you to tell online, and I want you to be able to see them next to each other. So, clearly ice. We're talking ice, right? But these are very white ice. Very, very white. These have a watery look to them. But look at the glow. It's an incredible glow. It's one of my favorite strands because it does have that a slight green hue, a little bit. They just are extremely glowy. They feel incredible. I love that they're not graduated. They are all, dun dun. Well, it doesn't tell me, so let's just measure. They're just a good size bead, 6.5. Maybe that's my preference, 6.5 to 7. I really love. They just, the consistency is unreal. But I just want you to be able to see next to the white ice. But look at that. Again, I don't even need to light them up. They both are incredibly translucent. This almost has more of a glow, yet you can see the thread through all of it. Look at that. Okay, so having said that, and that you understand this isn't white ice, it's just, it's more of a watery ice. And then the pieces that I have to go with it are just spectacular. So this does have a ball clasp, let's see, 18 karat ball clasp. If you had a preference for it to be an adjustable strand, we could absolutely work with you and restring it for you. Please don't stress, there's no stress. Let me tell you, let's just give you the idea here. So the strand, just so you know, is $6,530, which is really a good price before 20%, of course. $375,116. So having said all of that, I just want to give you a good view of them. There, I love them. I love them. I love them. Okay, having said all that, I have two pieces that just go so beautifully, and I'm excited to show you. This is one of my favorite pairs. I know Jordan, if she's here, she loves this pair of earrings. I am a sucker always for the dragons. I know all the dragons in the collection. Do you see the dragon? Here's his head swirling all around, like his tail. These just go so beautifully. The tops are lovely. Let's see, are these 14 karat? They just, do you see how the green, there's just, it's like inexplicable. It's very hard to describe. So they're very icy. They're really very watery, whereas they're not pure white ice. They just have a little bit of green to them, but so translucent, so pure, so fine. Okay, I've got one more piece to add to this. This is my favorite ensemble. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. You ready? Here's the ring. Look at the ring. Oh my gosh, I want this set so bad. I don't know if Jeff's listening. I'm just saying. I love this grouping so very much. The jade in each of the pieces is so very rich to me. It's so warm, it's so inviting, it's so fine. The translucency is just exceptional, and they just look incredible together. Do they not? Yummy. I'm drooling. I gotta mop up the drool. Look at the ring. So pure. It's just pure. This is pure jade goodness. So that's my favorite. There are plenty. I mean, they're all my favorite. You know that. All these little pieces are all my friends, literally. I spend so much time with them. But that's my pick of the day if you're looking for watery, icy goodness. Let's continue with the rest of the green because they're all fabulous. Okay, we're into, here, let's start on this end. Let's do this. So I've shown you guys these discs. So we still have, I think we sold one. We have 3 left. You see, these are loose discs on the site. There's no point in me charging you for a chain. You guys can put this on it. Look at the size hole. It's a great size hole. You could just buy these as is and put them on an heirloom chain that you have. You certainly can buy one of our chains. I think we have our oxidized steel on there, but you can buy one of these and just place it on a chain. We did sell one because the one that doesn't have the frame. So these, which I love, I like that they all have, do you see how they all have their own frame? I think that just finishes these carved discs so beautifully. But of course, they're all bubble carvings, floral, beautiful. These are spectacular. The color is just so fresh, real mint green, just gorgeous. So these are an amazing gift, and I wanted to talk about pieces that went really well with these. So the first pair, of course, that I had to show you, I know it's a bubble carving. I know you're shocked, but look how beautiful. Now these bubbles go from smaller to bigger, which I love. And of course I bought these loose and made them up. I love the pink, the little touch of pink, but look how beautifully these all go. Perfect. So if you're looking to get the disc and get the earrings later, I'm just saying, or if you wondered about the color, they go beautifully. Now, there are those, I have so many. And then there are these, little darker, huh? Okay, I think that goes with a different pendant. But at least you see, these are a little darker. These really go beautifully. Just lovely. Okay, now I did show, I think I showed these in a promo. Oh my gosh, maybe not. Okay, perfect. Now, these are the classic cabochon top teardrops. These are absolutely perfect. These are perfect for night, day, any occasion. They're a perfect gift. If you have someone that loves apple green and does not have teardrops yet, it does not get more classic for apple green, for your Jade, my Jade junkies, the Jade obsessed, the Jade lovers. If you're looking to buy your Jade obsessed friend earrings, you really can't go wrong with these. I wish I had a million pairs. They're style 391390 for 3,830, but they look how beautifully, look how well the Jade matches. Lovely. Okay, you don't want to spend 3,800? Okay, no problem. How about these? Look how perfectly these match. These are $960. Very modern, and look, I love the style of the flat tablet earring with this flat edge of the disc. The style really goes very well. So that's a really, really good match. Okay, so having said that, let me show you this one. I know I've had so much fun with these ensembles. This was such a fun show. Okay, I know I still have more, don't worry. Oh, talk about ombre. So this is an incredible pendant. I think we sold the other one. Look, it's got, I think it's a carré cut diamond, satin gold bezel. I'm sure it's 18. Yeah, 18 karat. Look at the bail. Okay, you know I love my satin bails because I love how the light of the bubbles, look at these beautiful bubbles, pick up the light. Right, so that reflection, and I love the contrast with the satin. I like the contrast of the satin and the sparkly diamond. I love everything about this. Everything. Look at this. This is an incredible piece of natural jadeite jade. So unusual with light to dark to dark, or dark to light to dark. Look at that. The flowers at the bottom, all this bubble. The bubbles feel amazing because the material is so dense and translucent. It takes on a very fine polish, and that fine polish feels so great. Oh, with that bail, the satin, this is really just a perfect piece. So what goes with it? What did we choose here? Oh, that goes nicely. Look at that with a little pink, nice apple green. That's a fun pair. You certainly could wear those. That would certainly go. Let's see, you know, I pulled these and now I'm not so sure why. I don't, maybe I pulled them to go with this. Let's see what we think of that. What do we think of that? You certainly could do that. It's similar, it's the same carving style. That would look fine. That's lovely. That's a little richer a color. And then there's this pendant. So this is similar in color. But this goes nicely with this, huh? And actually it goes nicely with these earrings too. Oh, so many things go nicely together. These go really nicely together. That's lovely. Both 14 karat yellow gold. They both have the pink accents. That's lovely. You know I love a tassel. Look at that. Isn't that fun? What a great piece. Talk about a worry stone piece. You play with those tassels all day. And then the lovely matchy earrings. Very cool. Okay, moving on. So here's one of the more affordable sets. Let's talk about this. This is such an incredible piece. I have to admit I'm shocked it's still here. So it's just a beautiful translucent carving on one of our 20-inch oxidized steel chains. You can upgrade to 22 and 24 inches, just so you know. But the translucency on this piece is incredible. You can see it's got a glow. Beautiful double-sided. Absolutely could wear it on either side. It's carved hollow, so it's not heavy at all. But are you ready? The translucency and color are unbelievable. Look at this. They're unbelievable for the price. Can you guess? How much would you think that is? This is style 392984 for $550. That is just incredible. That's a great price. If it's really highly translucent. Beautiful. Okay, so there is this necklace. And I thought that this bracelet, let's put it this way. goes really nicely with it. It's an adjustable bracelet. Did I get everybody tangled? No. Okay. It's an adjustable bracelet. There's little striations in there. There are a couple other lotus green bracelets on the site, so just take a look. But that goes really nicely because these have nice translucency too. And then to put a pair of earrings into it, I thought those went nicely. Now they're gold, yes. We don't have any silver or steel earrings, but the jade goes nicely. These go nicely with the bracelet and with the earrings. So I thought I would show you. And these were on the show from Thursday. I love them. They're just sweet, creamy disc earrings. $920, great price. 396067. Okay. So before we finish with some finer pieces and a little richer, let's do a little white gold. This is one of my favorites. I actually have the original. I did a bunch of circle necklaces. I actually took home the original, and this is the last one from the series. 18 karat white gold. It's a satin gold circle. You can tell I love it. Satin gold circle. Gorgeous sapphire cabochon. I love cabochon gemstones with our cabochon Jadeite jade. 3 fine jade cabs and 2 diamonds. Isn't this gorgeous? Of course, it's open in the back. Of course. Look at this. You ready? Look at the glow. Look at that. The satin feels so great, and look how the contrast between the light reflecting on the stones as compared to the satin gold. I just love it. One of my favorite designs. Lovely. Let's see. I think it's 18 and 20 inch chain. Of course, this is style. I love sapphire, love blue and green. Maybe that's why I love the Guatemalan so much, because it's blue-green. 337961. Oh my gosh, that's a great price. 2,680, and you could take a 20% discount. That's an amazing price. Now, maybe you would like to see what rings go with it. We have 2 beautiful rings that go beautifully with it. This is a beautiful ring. 18 karat, I love. It's a tubular shank. If you have not tried it, they feel really good. You know, for me, it has to look good and then it has to feel good. There are sapphire sides. See the gorgeous? Look at that stone. That is lovely. Size 7.5, 18 karat, 272, 347, 3,320. Keep in mind, they're both satin. It works really, really well. It's really somewhat kind of matchy. And then the other ring that goes with it is this wicked awesome ring with this incredible texture. Look at the texture of the gold. 18 karat gold, textured. I love these two together. Cabochon sapphire, and then it had this wicked, amazing center stone. It is a raised, it's a ridged, so it's got a ridge across the top. Basically, it's a very modern marquee. Can you see the ridge across the top? And then it's kind of wavy. It's not a straight marquee, it's a wavy marquee. One of my favorite rings. Oh, now you see why. Now you know what it'll look like while you're driving. Not quite, but oh my gosh, look at that. So there's a set for you. This is, did I already tell you? 275,195, 4,280. These are again before any discounts. Okay. So, Chris, I love your jade. We can't spend $1 million. Yeah, I hear you. No worries. That's why we have so many choices. We recently added these. Jeff and I bought these beautiful discs in different colors. There's lavender coming in, and I think some yellow, but I have these dark green ones. Look at this. You ready? Saturated, spectacular green. I want to say they're 15 millimeter. Hold on. Let's give you an idea. Yep, 15 millimeters, 2 or 3 thickness, 1.9 or so thick. That's just fine for on the neck. Beautiful disc. Beautiful new. We got these awesome 14 karat yellow gold chains. They are 18 and 20. I believe there's a loop. I believe. Isn't that lovely? Dark rich jade. This is a stellar price, $730. $399,617. You don't have to spend $1 million. And then do I have a matching earrings? Look at these earrings. Oh, I love the way these go together. They don't have to all be circle. I mean, if you want circle, I'm sure we have circles coming in. I think there are some dark circles on the site. If not, there are some coming in that might be matchy-matchy, but I just love, they're both really rich. The green is extremely similar. Let's light them up beautifully. See how saturated that green is? I love them. And the earrings are really sweet. 14 karat yellow gold, $950, $396,371. That is a terrific set that is not very expensive. 14, you still get gold and beautiful, rich, saturated green. Gorgeous. Okay. Just a few more, my friends. Just a few more. So we get questions a lot about imperial. What's imperial? Hey Chris, I need some imperial jade. So imperial is like saying deflawless. Imperial is the finest of the fine of the fine. And this, my friends, is really close. I probably should have put it on a chain for you. I forgot. I've been so busy designing that I just forgot to put it on a chain. This is a spectacular pendant. Gorgeous, as you can see, two-tone. I'm sure it's 14 karat, two-tone. Look at this. You can see the beautiful color, but I will light it up. You can look how translucent it is. Oh my goodness. So this is verging on imperial. That's really the color we're looking for. Rich, not too dark, not too light, and that exquisite color. Lovely bezel set beauty. This is style 393608 for 6,530. So what goes with that? I have got a beautiful set that goes with it. Look at these earrings. Not matchy-matchy, my friends, but look at these. I'm going to put this incredible pendant down for a minute, and we're going to be finishing up soon. Look at this ring. I love this ring. A little green jade disc in the center. Diamond. I think there's too much gold behind there. It had to be back to be made, but that is gorgeous green. Look at that. Size 7. Wait a minute. Was it 14 or 18? 18 karat, and the earrings are also 18 karat. I love the bezel set diamond centers. Let's light these earrings up. Oh, exquisite. Satin gold, 18 karat, lovely, rich, rich color, rich color. This is really where we're headed when we talk about imperial. This fine, translucent, dense, clean, vibrant, translucent color. Beautiful. Okay, my friends, I have 2 more pieces to show you, and then we're done for today. Okay, so this is relatively new. I think I'm not sure if we sold the other, but it's very special. These are 18 karat yellow gold, right? The chain is 18 and 20 inches, I believe. That's not moonstone in the center. Who said that? Oh my gosh, that is ice jade. Is this spectacular? Is that amazing? Oh, I didn't do Guatemalan yet. Oh, you're right. I still have a whole other tray, Holly. Well, I would have figured that out in a minute. I still have so much more to show you. Oh my gosh, we didn't even do Guatemalan yet. And actually, I have more Burmese too. Gorgeous. Maybe we should save it. Okay. So, what goes beautifully with these? 18 karat. Are you ready? Here they come. Is that a lovely set or what? So these were made to go together. They certainly are sold separately. But these stones, as you can see, these are the same stones. And I designed them, so I'm telling you that I know they are. So this is a set. If you wanted to buy them together, I just want to light them up for you together. Yummy. Look at that. Oh, that is spectacular. Talk about a holiday gift. Okay, my friends. Let's keep going. I forgot we still have a whole other tray. Oh my gosh, I have so many things to show you. Okay, before we move on, I told you I had some nephrite. And I do. We've talked about that. This is exceptional nephrite. So these are about 6mm beads. We have them in necklaces. We just haven't pulled this one closed. See, it closes. This one's just stuck because of the tag. Gorgeous nephrite. Let's light it up for you. Unusual. Nephrite tends to be soapier, nowhere near as glowy as these beads. These are highly unusual nephrite. I just have to say that. And probably when they're gone, they're gone. Look at that. Have you ever seen nephrite like this? I don't think I've ever seen nephrite jade like this. Really lovely. So we have it in the necklace and then the bracelet. The bracelets have been flying. I believe we have 2 different sizes, medium to large, small to medium. So the nephrite bracelets, just to give you an idea, $370, and the necklace was $840. Now, I don't have any nephrite earrings. They've all sold. I'm going to have some drops coming in, but these are jadeite, nephrite, jadeite. But look how beautifully they look together. And I told you, I love mixing Burmese and Guatemalan, nephrite and jadeite jade. I love mixing of the jades as long as it's all natural and delicious. So I just love the way these look because they have a little bit of the olive greens, and I think that's a great combination. So, and these are style 396180 for $1,100. So that way you know. And I believe that we will be posting this video on the listing of all these items. Hey, did you guys say hello to my little, my monkey friends back here? Look how cute they are. They're their own little set, aren't they? I just love them so much. Okay, so that is the nephrite. These are jadeite. Nephrite, jadeite, but look how beautiful. Lovely. Okay. Now, this is going to be the last of the Burmese, and we're going to move on. I have some Guatemalan, and then we're done. So these beads have been super popular. I've been getting lots of calls about them. I know there's a gentleman out there who is looking at them, but I did want to show them today because I do have pieces that go beautifully. These are unusual in that, and they're really great, around 6 millimeter. That's my personal preference. It's just a great size. These are highly unusual, right? They're not appley. They're not Guatemalan blue, okay? There's some Guatemalan blue. But for Burmese, they're very blue-green, mottled. They have a tremendous amount of character. I personally love them. And I do love that they're a smaller bead, nice for layering. They definitely have some translucency, but they just have, you know, I like a little character. I like that every bead is different. I like that there's light to dark and richer, more vibrant spotting and streaking. They're just amazing. And of course, adjustable. At the shortest, they are 24 or so inches. However, what I wanted to show you is how well they go with this pair of earrings. Look at this. Now, these beads are solid and not translucent. I already know that. Sorry, there we go. But they match beautifully. Look at that. I was really a little surprised at how well they go. There we go. Look how beautifully they go together. And then there's also this ring. These 3 go they really complement each other nicely. Isn't that great? Where does one start and the next one start? Hard to see. Beautiful. The ring is very similar to the beads. They're all really similar. Just the earrings aren't as translucent as the other pieces. Okay. So let's see here. Let's do a little dark Guatemalan. So this is a brand new strand. I think this is the only strand that we've had and that we do have that's Guatemalan, but graduated. So having said that, it starts out at, so these smallest ones here are over 4 millimeters, about 4, well, we can just measure ourselves, can't we? So a little over 4, as it says on the tag, and it says all the way up to 8 plus. So I guess I should show you. Let me show you. Look how long these are. Look at this graduation. Look at this. Looks nice with my band, huh? Look at that. Beautiful. Rich. On the darker side, as you can see. And down here, what, 8 plus? Yeah, 8.1 or so. No, that's the biggest one there. 8.1. Okay. But they're beautiful. They have, they're dark green or dark blue green. Not highly translucent, but you can definitely see some some color, some are more translucent. I keep doing that, sorry. Very cool. So this strand, at the shortest, because of course it's adjustable, 25 inches, Guatemalan, yummy. So, having said that, here are these beads. And there's this ring, and there are a bunch of rings. We will do a show coming up. If you don't find your size and you're looking for a Guatemalan band, let me know, and I can search our inventory for you. This one is really cool. It goes from lighter to darker, kind of like this band, one of the bands I'm wearing, goes light to dark, and so do the beads. Look how that goes light to dark. Very similar. This one happens to be a size 8. Look at this. Look at this. Green and blue together. Oh, look at this. Oh, yummy. You thought it was a black spot. It's really just dark, dark, dark. Green. Yummy. So there's that band. That's a size 8, but there are a bunch on the site. And here is a beautiful bracelet. Oopsie. So some of the beads, let's see here. Let's put the ring down before I drop it. But some of the beads are a little lighter. See how there's like light to dark. And so this bead bracelet would go very nicely. Look how it blends in right there. Beautiful. You can't even tell where one starts and one ends. This is a really lovely bracelet. These beads are all pretty much the same type of color. There's not light to dark of these. Beautiful blue-green material. Adjustable, probably medium size or so. This one's 630. So we've got our beads and we've got our bracelet. And then I'm going to show you this pair of earrings. That's one of my faves. Also very blue and green. A little darker, but look at this. You ready? Blue base with green streaking. Similar to the ring in that it has, I have so much jade in my hand. It's got a blue base. Hold on. Blue base with green streaking. Right? See the blue? It's very blue-green into green. Very, oopsie. Very blue-green, blue into green. Is this spectacular or what? It's just a great size drop. There we go. I love the little bits on the top that help pick up the green. Look at those beads. These are like magic. I love them so much. So this style is 396036. Blue-green Guatemalan goodness. Okay, now I teased you, I teased you with this strand. This is just, this makes me want to cry. Is that delicious or what? So yummy. So this, they're all the same bead size. About 7.5 millimeter beads. They are, do I even need to light them up? These just glow on their own. They are absolutely spectacular. As you can see, they are adjustable. Oh no, where did the tag go? Oh, I lost the tag, Holly. Well, I'll get you the price on these. But they're super yummy. Let's light them up. I think my flashlight is waning. Let's go to our backup flashlight. There we go. Oh my goodness. It's no biggie. I've got the bracelet here, and they're all on the page. Look at that. They're all the same beads, as you can see. It's so yummy. I have to get a bracelet, I think. I have to have some of this. It's so delicious. $398,160, $950 for the bracelet. So, and I think, oh, here. I found it. Here it is. Okay, so the necklace, I found the tag. At the shortest is 24 inches. And the style for the necklace is $398,177 for $3,040. And then, of course, the bracelet for $950. And then I'm going to show you. So these earrings certainly go beautifully. So 2 options. And there are several more on the site. So please go check them all out if you're looking for beads and a pair of earrings. So there are two options. So there's this beautiful pair, as I just showed you, that are a little shorter. Depends on what you're looking for. Or you can do like a shoulder duster. I have a pair, they don't actually hit my shoulders, and I'm really short. So they're not that long, but they're long. But these are incredible. Are you ready? Here, let's put some of this down, because it's just too many things. Hold on, it's just so much jade, so much. Okay, ready? Because these are very special. I mean, we could go light through them, through both. Isn't that incredible? Look at that green streak. Lovely. I'd wear these in a minute. I did buy a pair for myself when these all came in. So full disclosure, I already have a pair. One of these days I will wear them for the show. So these are $1,380, an incredible price for these. They feel amazing to wear. They are not heavy, my friends. I've worn my pair plenty. $396,869 to go with all this yummy jade. So the last ones to show, maybe you just don't want a larger bead. Let's look at some of these. Look at this. Look at this. Are they like little ice balls? Little blue-green ice balls. Yeah, Chris, I didn't want the 7-8 millimeter. I want smaller beads that look like ice. I want something that's just going to glow on me. 4 millimeter beads. These are at the shortest 28 inches. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it just goes on and on. It's just incredible material. Again, makes me want to cry. I don't need to light it up, but look at that. It's just incredible. So we have the beautiful strand for $396,791, $3,990. Keep in mind that small beads are hard to cut and hard to polish. There is a tremendous amount of labor involved, so please keep that in mind. Here is its matching bracelet, and that is matching, just like the last set, super matchy. The bracelet is $1,125, $399, $273. You almost, again, you can't tell where one stops and one starts. And then the beautiful hoops that go with it. Look at the beautiful hoops. Now the hoops certainly, let me get, oh, hold on. There we go. So we certainly go with the larger 7.5 millimeter beads as well. I love the hoops. These are Mason K's way of hooping. Now keep in mind, these, what size are these? These are what, 4s? Did I already do that? Did we already do that? 4 millimeter, yeah. 4.1 or so, but 4 millimeter. These, so those are hard to cut. Think about these. There are stringers, just so you know, that will not string. There are a lot of stringers that will not string 2 and 3 millimeter beads. They just will not. I could not say no to these beads because they are so translucent and glowy. Look at this, such fine, dense, beautiful blue-green material that I could not say no to these beautiful beads. So instead, we had to make them into hoops. And other goodies, don't you worry. Delicious. So many pieces that go so beautifully together. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got a really good idea of some of the ensembles and sets that we have. I'm really excited for Thursday's show. Thursday's show, gold is really crazy high. I never thought I'd see it get this high. So we thought that we're going to show you some pieces on Thursday that are no gold necklaces. A whole bunch of necklaces, but don't have gold. So join me on Thursday. Thank you so much again. I am Christina Mason for Mason K. Thank you so much. Remember, get jaded.